we've got Mama June Road to Redemption. This new chapter of your life is about to be released out into the world for everybody to watch and be a part of. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good because last season we ended and I shared my road to addiction. I showed everything last season. So this season, you better get your Kleenexes ready, better get your laughs on, because it's going to be another emotional season. It's about, me and Geno now, as of the 27th of this month, we'll be 14 months clean off of cocaine and been that way. No relapses. So if it makes one person wake up and realize that, their addiction is really going to kill them one day, then I've done me sharing my life with the world.
Well, I want to say formally, congratulations, achieving your sobriety and maintaining it and those milestones. It's so important and it's really wonderful to hear. I'm curious, as the episodes start airing, what is it like for you to have to relive a lot of these moments, the good and the bad?
That's a crazy question. And this may be bad on my part to say this, but like last season, no, I didn't watch much of it. I didn't want to see that craziness because in our addiction, we was helping people that had addictions get clean, which is crazy, right? This season, I'm going to be going back to live tweeting that I've done for many, many years.
What are you most excited for fans to see? And what are you most dreading having to relive?
Having to go back and talk about that lifestyle that we had. I don't ever want to go back to that lifestyle. I wake up every morning and tell myself, I'm going to stay clean these next 24 hours. And that's my saying every day. Me and Geno both have been fortunate enough not to have a slip up, but a lot of people have relapsed during this COVID virus. So addiction is real. This COVID virus is real. And so you're going to see all of that, filming during COVID virus, us fighting our court case still, that the drug charges in Alabama, what I'm going through that, and rebuilding my life, my brand, trying to raise back up to the top. Production kind of holds me accountable too. I have to take weekly drug testing.
Does that mean that if you fail a drug test, the show is?
Yes. If you don't go take a drug test one week, or me or Geno fail, then I can't be in the show.
I want to get into some of the things that we're going to see this season. Of course, you mentioned your health, your sobriety. What exactly does sobriety mean to you, and how are you maintaining it?
Like I said, the 27th of March, we will be 14 months clean. A lot of naysayers, as I like to say, those closet fans, haters, pee off. You know what I mean? I go to all these different rehabs and speak and give back my gift. That honestly is what keeps me clean, what keeps me sober, because those people that are fighting that fight that I know I fought through, it gives me so much more gratitude than you will ever imagine, and they give so much more back to me than I can ever give to them, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so no drugs and no alcohol?
No, hell no.
Okay, and do you see this as a lifelong commitment?
Yes, I mean, if you get recovery and you're in recovery, I've got a very addictive personality. So you know what my addiction is right now?
What is
my addiction is getting my brand back, working on the relationships with the kids, and also working in a rehab, because now I'm a year clean, I can work in a rehab.
What does a sober night with Geno and June look like? What kind of an impact has that had on your relationship?
We sit at home, we watch a lot of TV, and we don't go out. It's either cooking a meal and watching what favorite shows for that night, and talking about what we need to do to work on our relationships with all of our kids.
A big focus this season seems to be the emotional aspect of your relationship with your daughters, and your relationship with Geno seems to be a huge obstacle between you.
We all hated Geno because Mama picked him and drugs over us.
How do you feel when you watch your daughters talking about that? How do you feel when you watch them?
As a mom, it's hard. They say, like in the 12-step program, try to make an amends. Recovery, just like addiction, came number one. And it sounds selfish as a mom, But recovery is even more selfish, and I have to be good for me to be good for somebody else. My recovery is important to me, just like Geno's recovery is important to him. But I don't stay with Geno because we're in recovery. Geno's recovery is his recovery, and my recovery is my recovery.
Do you think there's a world that can exist where your daughters find forgiveness in Geno in order to make amends with you?
I definitely think there will be. Like I said, it's just a work in progress. I think it will, because me and the girls have always been close. Yeah, and I think a lot of fans and a lot of people, period, think that he had the influence of drugs. But the reality is I was the one with all the drug dealers. I was the one that was hooking him up with the dope. So, it's just, like I said, it's the best way to describe it to somebody is it's a work in progress.
How is your relationship with Geno today?
It's very good. We've been together for 5 years, and we've been through some, whether it be recovery, other things. And it is really good. We both are still fighting our case in Alabama that we got for drug charges a couple years ago. So this is kind of like a dark little cloud over my head and over Geno's head that we are still fighting today, over 2 years later.
Yeah. Is there still fear about what could happen?
Yeah. I mean, we don't know. The unknown is what I don't like. I want to be able to go into the DA and say, hey, I'm doing good. I'm passing these drug tests. I've completed rehab. Do I think that I should just get a slap on the wrist like a lot of celebrities do? No, because I did do something wrong. And I have to face my consequences just like Geno. The best hope would be like me to hopefully do the first offenders, and we both get probation, but that's not a guarantee. We're both facing a felony charge apiece and a misdemeanor charge.
Well, I have got you in my deepest thoughts and prayers, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I love the good work that you're doing with taking your sobriety and this pandemic seriously. In regards to your relationship with Geno, you mentioned you've been together for 5 years. At this point, how serious are things? Do you guys have conversations about maybe taking the next step?
I mean, he was with somebody for 26 years, married for 21, and he's only been married one time. I've never been married. And I'm only his second
something you want?
One day, maybe, who knows? I mean, the situation works the way it's working now. And, I'm only his second serious relationship his whole entire life. So, it's just kind of, day by day, we're riding the ride. Let's put it that way.
Your girls seem to really take issue with Geno.
We can't just forgive and forget overnight.
You've let a man come between your kid.
She's got to prove to us that she's all better.
If it came down to you got to pick us or you got to pick him, what do you say to that?
I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, you always pick your kids. Men come and go. Kids in some family always stay.
The opening of your season premiere absolutely killed me when you called us an ice cream sundae a smoothie. That's something that I'm gonna now start doing.
Look, I am looking hot in my little sports bra, and look, that is a smoothie because look, I put milk in it, and you gotta put milk in this. I use almond milk. Come on now.
I know, and you said something like sprinkles are protein, so you've got all the ingredients there. I'm curious, how are you feeling? How is your health today?
I mean, I'm honestly I put on about 70 pounds of COVID weight. I'll get it off. It's just gonna take some time. I mean, I prefer to be healthy and happy and clean and doing what I'm doing and be fat.
When do you personally feel your best?
Personally, I feel my best now. I feel like when I did my reveal first season, I was way too skinny. And I think that now at 250, I was 185 when I went to rehab. When I'm at 250 right now, I'm just kind of happy. I feel kind of comfortable where I'm at right now.